guys, welcome to Dang Dwayne Barbecue. I'm Dwayne, and we have something very special for you today. It's a very nice type of beef. If you haven't heard of it, you definitely will in the future. It's Akaushi Beef, and it is simply delicious. I've got this beautiful tomahawk ribeye. It's a good 2 to 2.5 inches thick. I mean, look at the marbling. Get a close up of this. The marbling in here, and then the striations in the side converts to just pure tasty goodness and tenderness when it's all said and done. What we're going to do is reverse sear this thing at 250 for this thick of meat. It's probably going to take about an hour to get the internal temperature to 117, 120, which is crucial. And then we're going to sear the outside, both sides, 250 or 2.5 minutes each side. So yeah, this is not cheap. This cut of beef right here is $77.20 from Bolner's Meat Market in San Antonio. Of course, I'm here in Austin, and that's the best meat market in the region, so that's where we get our stuff from. And we're not going to overwhelm the beef with seasoning. We've got some simple red salt, some Himalayan salt. Don't ever gimp on the salt. Pepper and umami. This is an oriental seasoning, which is delicious, and it's going to make this steak just pop like crazy. But first what we're going to do is cover it with this avocado oil kind of as a binder to make all the seasoning stick. So anyway, before we get started, what I did was I put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes. That way it gets stiff, and it's a lot easier to trim the fat when it's stiff as opposed to warm and mushy. So anyway, let's get moving on the preparation. So we got our beautiful cut, our tomahawk ribeye right here. Just look at this beautiful marbling. Everything looks just really, really nice. I mean, I really can't wait to tear into this thing. So what I'm going to do is just like you should with any cut of beef. I've got a good butcher, so there's minimal that I'm going to have to trim off in here. But we want to take off, it's what I call the hard fat. It's this really thick fat, and it's hard, and it's not going to render properly. Rendering means basically the fat turning into butter through the cooking process. So this stuff is going to have to be trimmed. Off as much as possible. I mean, that's just pure fat right there. Ooh, I hate to even get rid of that, but anyways, that's that. And really, that's all I'm gonna have to do. My butcher did a good job. So anyway, that's that. And what we're gonna do next is just a little bit of olive oil as a binder. It does not take much, so just a little bit, maybe 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon. Rub it down really good. Take care of your meat. This is going into your body. And everywhere you want this seasoning to stick to, which is basically the whole steak, get it rubbed down really good. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to wash my hands. Lather up with some avocado oil. Next is going to be the pepper, and well, on a thick cut of beef like this, it's kind of hard to over season it. So you want it to be as even as possible, and you want to cover the whole steak, the sides and everything. So don't leave any stone unturned when you've got such a beautiful cut of beef, because it is beautiful, and we love it, and we are appreciative that we have it. So we're going to take the best care of it that we can. That's right. Okay. Next is the salts. We got coarse grain Himalayan pink salt, which is the best of the best, only the best for our best cuts of meat. And we pat. We don't rub. We pat. Push it into the meat. Push it into the meat. We get all the sides of it. Push it into the meat. That's what we want. We want it pushed into the meat. What are you laughing at? Alright, and then we're going to get the top. I'm going to pat that in really good. And last but not least is going to be our umami. I have not seen this at the stores. Summer, can you help me open this again?
Yeah.
Hang on, I think I may have it. Yeah, I got it. This is an Oriental seasoning, which they say it's a fact that this is one of your, what do they say? Okay, fact. Your tongue has 5 different taste receptors for bitter, sour, sweet, salty, and umami. Whether that's true or not, it does taste fantastic. I can tell you that. So we're gonna put it on a little bit heavy. Like I said, we're gonna rub it in, and on a big thick cut of beef like this, it's hard to over season it. So do what you will with it. It's gonna be really good, and I promise you, you're gonna see the results.
Don't you mean pat it in?
Or pat it in, yeah. You're right. Alright, I'm gonna put it on all sides because it's just goodness. So good. Okay. So now, try not to waste any of this goodness. We're gonna kind of rub it around on this board and get that stuff really in there. Gosh, a lot of this stuff fell off. So anyway, we're gonna make sure that all gets rubbed in real good, and we're gonna keep this season. We're gonna let it sit for at least an hour, probably about an hour, and let the seasoning set in before we throw it on the smoker. So this reverse sear. I've got the smoker, the RecTec out there with I've got hickory pellets in there. It's gonna be at 250 extra smoke, and it's like I said, it's gonna take about an hour. We want an internal temperature of 17 rare, medium rare. 117, 170 degrees internal temp is medium rare to 120 degrees internal temp, more of the medium. And then after that, we sear it each side at 2.5 minutes, and you're guaranteed perfection. It's that easy. So anyway, we'll see you on the other side. Hey everybody, so we're back, and we've got our Akaushi tomahawk ribeye right here. We've got Zeus. He's obviously our hungry dog that thinks he's going to get some of this, but he's not. And I've got my lovely helper, Summer. Summer, go ahead and show a video of yourself. And we'd like to thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate you guys, and we want to show you how to cook an easy, just lovely taste of beef. This is going to be great. So basically what we're going to do, now we've got everything seasoned up, and we've got our RecTec pellet smoker over here. We've got our hickory pellet smoker chips in here. And all we're simply going to do is we've got it set at 250. We're going to look for an internal temperature of 117 to 120, which is going to be about maybe an hour or so. We'll check the internal temp. And from there, we're going to sear it for 2.5 minutes each side, and it's going to be perfect and ready to go. So here we go. Look at that thing. Close that up, and that's all we're going to do for right now. So we're back. We've got the internal temperature at average of 120, 123-ish. So we took it off, and we're ready to sear both sides. So we've got... How does that happen? Anyways, we've got... let me set this vent on. We've got an iron skillet piping hot. We're going to add some unsalted butter. Unsalted butter. Thank you, babe. We're adding unsalted butter because I like to control the amount of butter, and everything has the amount of salt. And everything has salt in it, so unsalted butter is just a good way to go to have more control. Bam!
Look how good that looks.
Yeah, look how good that looks. We're about to sear a steak.
Be careful, the smoke projector is about to go off like that.
No, that's just vapor. That's just vapor. That's just vapor.
Oh.
But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and set this sucker on there to sizzle. Check this out.
I'm going to back away because I don't like bubbles.
That's what you call a sear. Hey guys, so this is finally the moment of truth for our beautiful steak here. We just took it off the iron skillet. It's seared, and look at that nice sear. We've got black marks, we've got fat that's rendered. You can tell just by looking at it how flavorful this is going to be. And it's time to cut into it and see exactly what it looks like. I'm looking for a medium, more to the rare side than the medium side, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to take the bone. And by the way, guys, make sure you have a sharp knife. If you're not playing with the sharp knife, then you don't need to be playing. You can buy one at the grocery store for $12 if you need to each time you cook, just to make sure you have a sharp one. So here we go. Cut the bone off. Now let's just cut right into the middle of this thing.
Zeus can have that for later.
Yeah. And let's just show everybody what it is. Ooh, look at that. That is a medium rare. And if I push, you can just see the juices flowing out of this Akaushi beef. Such such good marbling. And let me show you guys. We're going to cut some slices off of here and we're going to try it. Summer, I want you to try it with us. Zeus, I know he's excited. Mama, you want to try some?
Of course I do.
Look at this. You get this, Summer?
It looks so
Okay. We're going to cut these in half.
Look at that, Daddy. Good job.
So we're going to do this. Let's... Mama, here you go. Summer, let's get this on video.
Thank you very much.
Summer. So here we go.
Cheers.
This is our Akaushi beef.
Oh my goodness. Ridiculous.
Melt in your mouth. Go ahead and get yourself on that, Summer. Show them.